for me, like I used to see like certain people we know like that were like that. You know, things trigger them like they would automatically go into defense mode. It was things were just offensive to them. You know what I'm saying? It was like a
Yeah.
mindset issue. And for me, I never got that. You know what I'm saying? I never understood it.
So like
Yeah.
it's their perception of toxic, but really they just want a real man, but they don't even know what that they don't know what that's like. They're probably not around them. They're probably not in that world.
Like he's probably gonna think I'm weird at that point. Am I the odd one out? Like, am I tripping?
See, I've been on both ends of that same spectrum. Where I was probably the guy where everybody was looking like, yo, is he okay?
I've been grinding, got all the eyes on me. Fuck being humble, I take the pride only. Damn right, I take it there, cause they ain't playing fair. I've been grinding, got all the eyes on me. Fuck being humble, I take the pride only. Damn right, I take it there, cause they ain't playing fair.
We're back. Another episode of Between the World and Us. We learning. This is a
We
process.
back.
A lot of stuff going on in the background, but we back again for another episode. All right, Fuzzo. Like just looking back on our past episodes, like I've been the one doing a lot of talking, and you've always been my like therapist, and you were just out there listening to me. But like, and I just thought about it, man. Like, how is Fuzz doing? You know what I'm saying? You have a lot going on. You recently got, you're a newlywed still. You got out the military. You have a new kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a
Mhm.
lot going on. Like there, like just seeing your journey of like who you were. Like, I remember Rockstar Fuzz. Like, I can see the movie of Fuzz. You can't see it because you're the main character. You're living a life. But as a person spectating your life as your friend, like I've seen like you develop. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are
I
you
know
doing?
it's been a lot of growth, man, a lot of change. And I feel like the biggest part of it is just being able to look back at my old self and
Hmm.
accept that. Like the parts that I thought I could throw away, the old trauma, like the anger issues, the however, like the way I used to approach things, my past perspective to my new perspective, like it's really been
Yeah,
a lot of merging the worlds because it's not like you get rid of your old self because I'm still me, but it's
yeah.
like on a different level now.
Okay.
And
So,
I
so
noticed
what?
that like if you don't cross your T's and dot your I's, your old life will start biting
The old habits, right? Like you
you. Yeah.
start, and I think like how is your self check process? Because like as my journey of like getting better, I realized that life is lived in like you could live you like life been lived in all different time frames, hours, minutes, years, but even
Yeah.
seconds. You know what I'm saying? The decisions you make in seconds can affect what you do along the way. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you
Change
could
your whole
stop
life.
yourself. Like to help yourself improve, you have to be your first line of defense. You know what I'm saying? You're your first therapist. You're your first doctors. You have to see those triggers within yourself first before you can go and get medical attention or therapy or clinging on to somebody. You have to be that first person to
Yeah. Because
realize your mistakes and like what can help
it,
you. You know what I'm
if
saying?
you don't admit it to yourself first, you would never believe it. You just would never
Exactly.
believe it.
And like one thing is like you have to check your past history. You know, like when you go to a doctor, you have to they're gonna look for your medical history, like, all right, this person's been through this and that. Like you have to go back into your brain, into your space, and was like, all right,
You got to
these
go in them dark
times in my
rooms,
life, yeah, you gotta go in dark rooms, like what
them
triggered this?
corners,
Why
all of
was
that
I
stuff you hid and buried under this and that. You got to go
exactly like
back.
why did I do this during this time? Was I on medication? Was I doing this? What time frame in my life? And then you have to be aware of those. You have to navigate looking
And you got to
back. You
take
know what I'm saying?
accountability. You cannot make an excuse because when you do that, you just putting it back exactly where you found it. And
Facts.
that's not correcting the problem.
Facts. Facts. No, that's definitely true. Like that's definitely not correcting the problem. You definitely have to look accountability wise. But like, how do you like? I wanted to ask you like, what weighs on your mind? You get what I'm saying? Like what weighs on your mind in terms of like what do you think about in terms of like the future or present? Like what weighs on Fuzz's mind? You get what I'm saying? Because for me, it was always This is give you an example to answer. Like for me, it was always like, what am I doing with my life? You know what I'm saying? Like, where is my success level? Where am I going? What am I doing? And who am I gonna become? You get what I'm saying? Am I gonna be in this
Yeah,
trapped 9 to 5 working consistently, get old, get a pension, retire, die? Like that's always been on my
no, I
mind.
feel
Like,
that.
how is this road gonna lead, or where is it? Where is it going, bro? Like, what weighs
Yeah,
on Fuzz's mind?
I feel like that was a part of my journey, and then I kind of just in the moment of looking back at my life, I'm kind of like I always had a sense of self to where I felt like I was going to go somewhere. From a child, I always knew something. I don't care what lane you could put me in the jungle. I'm coming out with a chinchilla coat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you
I'm gonna
always
make it
felt
happen.
like, yeah, I know I get that sense from you too. Like I had that sense too. You had that sense for more. You get what I'm saying? Not just the block you was on. You always had the sense for more, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
No,
But I feel
because that's how I feel.
my biggest roadblock has really been myself though. It's like 'cause when I look back, it be kind of it's like to be the person I want to be. I kind of got to clear up a lot of things I already did. 'Cause when I look at what I've done, not
Hmm.
everything was sunshine and rainbow. It was like sometimes some of the things I've done, like I gotta like really dig through and like really resonate with some of the things that may have happened to me, and like things that I didn't properly register and didn't realize that they had real effects on my mind until now. So I'm like in that point where I'm like, wait, that did make me feel a type of way. That did hurt my feelings. That's why I'm so quick to react. That's why I'm so like everything is
Well,
unfolding right now.
Can you share something like that? Like, can you share like that? Like, give me an example, like so somebody can
Okay.
relate.
I look, I give this one. This is a bit. If anybody, you know me, you know me.
Okay.
People watching, they know what's going on. But like, I used to be like very reactionary, and
Yeah.
I'm quick. I was quick to anger. That was my first
Yeah.
thing, quick to anger, because I was like,
Yeah.
it was just
You
my,
thought
it was
somebody
the,
was trying you.
and
Was
it
it that?
always
Like,
felt like that. Yeah, it always felt like somebody was trying me, and it's
yeah.
because like I've always had to be in survival mode. I've always had to play defense. Like
Yeah.
even as a kid, I like yeah, maybe in the Navy I might have looked a bit bigger or whatever. But as a kid, I was
Yeah.
a small guy. I was I was 5'2" in the 10th grade. Like I was a
Yeah.
little guy.
And
Like but like
Fuzz, go ahead. Go. No, I get what you're saying. Like, go ahead.
yeah, so like you gotta like I'm always on guard, always on guard, always on guard. And then like I noticed this was having a long term effect on me. And it's now seeping into like other things. Like even when I talk to calm people,
Yeah.
even passive aggression, I'm skipping that. I don't do
Yeah.
passive aggressive.
Yeah. No, to be honest, like I get what you're saying because I had to see it in other people at first. Because a lot of what you're saying, people can relate to because of their upbringings. You know what I'm saying? For
Mhm.
me, like I used to see like certain people we know, like that were like that. Things trigger them, like they would automatically go into defense mode. Things were just offensive to them. You know what I'm saying? It was like a
Yeah,
mindset issue. And for me, I never got that. You know what I'm saying? I never understood it until like my journey now, where I understand like people's upbringings and their past lives, like that. That's just how
yeah,
they see the world. You know what I'm saying? And I never understood that. And I'm like, bro, this dude he just a regular. He just getting angry all the time. Like, what's wrong with him? You know what I'm saying? I used to
but
be like
it's
that.
the same. Let me do like let me like do a parallel comparison real quick. It's the same thing. We ever ran into people that's like super zenned out, and they
Yeah,
just be like, bro, if we just all relax and just chill, and
yeah,
it's like, yo, this man don't take nothing serious. But it's like in his world, you got to understand his world.
yeah.
His
You got to
his
understand
this is
his mind.
upbringing.
This
Everything
is
is
his upbringing.
layered.
Yes.
He grew
Yeah.
up in peace. He grew up in those things. So when somebody's coming out of peace, they want to continue to maintain peace.
That's how their
It's
brain is wired. Yeah, no, that's it's all like we talked about this in the last episode of that inner. It's all internal. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's all comes from what you feel inside. That's what you project outside. It's not what's projecting outside to you is what comes inside. No, it's you have to see the difference. You know what I'm saying? Because we
Exactly.
talked about this like there was
See the
people
difference, be the
like
difference.
when we worked together, there was people like let's say Chief or somebody would say something to them and they would automatically get into a fence move like, ah, oh man, I hate Chief. Like what's wrong with him? You know,
Yeah,
whoop de
like
whoop de
why you
woo.
hate him? You hate
Like
him for
why
what?
you
Because
hate
he
it?
questioned you.
He told you like something and it would automatically go into a like it would trigger something in my defense
Even if it was
mechanism or something,
factual. Even if
even
it's
if it was
factual.
factual or if it wasn't even a big deal in to my eyes it wouldn't be a big deal, but to them it was like, yo, this dude hates me, he's out to get me. And I'm like, oh, that's trauma,
That's
that's
trauma,
triggering
yeah.
stuff, you know what I'm saying?
That's real. No, that's real trauma, dog. That's
Like
real trauma.
that's past life coming into like I didn't never realize that like my I was never
Oh my
I was never put
God.
in these positions really. Like I realized like the way like I was raised or way like my family environment, that shit didn't make sense to me. You get what I'm saying?
You just made me realize something while you were saying that shit too. Like I was really like I would notice that I always resonated with people like that. Most like I love to be around the motherfuckers who was chaotic, like, and
No,
that's
because
a
I remember
trauma
you,
bond.
bro.
That's a trauma bond. Like it was like I seen their trauma and it was like I'm seeing me. So this feels comfortable. And you sit where you feel comfortable.
That's why some people like, you know how people be like, I did a little clip about this about toxic relationships, and then people would be like, oh, I want my person to be a little toxic. And in my head, I'm like, bro, what you mean you want him to be a little toxic? Like this is crazy. Like you know what toxic is? Toxic is the skull with the X on it, red. You know what I'm saying? Like toxic
Yeah.
is not a good thing. Why would anybody want someone to be abuse like toxic to them? Like it's kind of crazy. I want my man to be a little rough. I'm like, yo, you tripping? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
makes sense to people though.
And I think it's because they don't have the full scope, right?
They don't have
They
the full.
only seen toxic, and that is what looks enticing because
Hmm.
of what it's been glorified to be. So like
Yeah,
it's their perception of toxic, but really they just want a real man, but they don't even know what that they don't know what that's like. They're probably not around them. They're probably not in that world. Like
I
imagine
get
this:
what
you
you.
grow up and your dad is a toxic man, but your mom loves him.
Yeah,
Your mom loves him. He might be doing a bad. You know, your dad done cheated on your moms a couple
yeah.
times. He done left. He just left for a couple weeks one time. Just hey, f everything. Y'all almost lost everything. And like you sitting there, and you like, oh, she just keep going back. This must be with a good man. He should all good men put women through hard things. A good man just can't be a good man all
It becomes your norm. You get what I'm
around.
saying? Like that's the normal thing you've seen your whole life. So it's like it's not so you're like this is not for you it's not a toxic really, it's your norm. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like this is
that's the happy
normal. This
place.
ain't
That's the comfort zone.
that's the comfort zone. This is every day for you. This ain't like a you don't even you don't know because you would have to know what good like bad is to know what good is. You know what I'm saying? You have to know both sides. But if you only know one side, you're like this is the only side. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Because sometimes like I had to realize that within myself that other people like live different lives, you know what I'm saying, and that I had to like be a little more graceful or like a little more understanding in a way because I was like not everybody perceives things different, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of it
Mhm.
is perception, like a lot of everything like I was in my room today, like I just a little thing, and I was on I was going to because I you know how I got off social media and stuff, I was about to re-download the app, bro. I was about to get back on Instagram and stuff like that. And then in a moment, Fuzz, in a moment, that's why I say you could live your moments in seconds and minutes. I just said no. I just said no. I don't have to do that. Why? You get what I'm saying? I just stopped myself. Like, no. You get what I'm saying? This is not necessary. I don't want to do this. It's not good for me right now. So
And wait, did you say
stop.
that out loud? Did you? Wait, Bob. You just hit the. You just hit the. No, I don't have to do that. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm
As you
dead
was
ass, bro.
say, go ahead. Yeah, no,
I'm
go
dead
go ahead,
ass,
go
bro.
ahead.
I was dead. Like the apple's coming. I was at the Apple store, the App Store. The apple's coming, and then all of a sudden I said, "Nah, bro. Like, why? I don't
Real
need to
life
do this."
reinforcement. Real
Real
life
life
reinforcement.
reinforcement. I just said, "I'm
Real
not
words of affirmation.
straight right there." I
I
just
think we
said
got to
straight
start
up, bro.
putting definitions and correlations to these words so you can know how it really looks. This is words of
Is that
affirmation.
and that could be you could do that everywhere. Like just before you do anything, or as you do something, you can ask yourself why. Like you before you go outside, before you take that drink, before you say something to that person that could trigger them. Stop. Why? Why would I do this? What benefit does it do? When I did this last time, how did it affect me? You know what I'm saying?
Let me say something real quick. I think when people hear no, they think it can't be to their benefit. Any no is automatically assumed to be a negative.
Facts.
So I think that's a big perception right there. Like once you learn that your nose can actually affirm your happiness,
Yeah.
because you might be telling yourself, I deleted my socials 24 hours, I feel way happier. I pulled out my second phone because I was like, just in case I need it. I seen one Instagram notification, hurt my heart a little bit. I said, don't like that. Didn't like it. Threw me all the way off. But that
Yeah.
no of, I didn't like it. That little break reminded me of why I needed to be away from
Facts. No, fact. No, that's that. Like I've been look, and a lot of this comes with maturity. You know, a lot of this comes from growing up, but a lot like some people don't grow up too. Like a lot of this, you have to catch yourself.
people
You have to
30,
think.
40.
You facts. You have to turn off the music in your head. You get what I'm saying? You got to turn off lifing a little. You got to be in that lonely space, in that dark room by yourself, and you have to look at that movie. You get what I'm saying? You have to watch that movie and think about it. That movie, what I'm saying, is your life and the things that you've
Yeah.
done. You get what I'm
And
saying?
really
And you have to
digest that.
diagnose yourself, man. And
Yeah.
it's crazy. And some people never get because some of it is maturing. Because I'll be like, no, like some of it is you got to give people grace, and people do have to grow up into things. But then there's a point where you like, have you ever looked at somebody like there's people around my family and my age, and I'm just like, bro, it's not hitting yet, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's
It's
like,
like
bro, like,
it's
is it
not
ever gonna
clicking for
hit
them yet.
though?
They didn't because I think I've been hearing you say it, and I think for people that's not understanding, it's hard to put this into a term because it's just like this unknown hump. They just gotta like, yeah, we all still play. Like, yes, we still get on TikTok and we laugh at Good Joe. I like Trey Rags. I'm watching the funny guys. Like, we
Yeah.
still do these things. We still live in happiness. Me and my wife gonna
Yeah,
sit
we
down
not.
and watch a
I'm not a
movie
monk,
later.
bro. Like, I don't want nobody to think like Bod just on some monkey, like monk stuff, and he just super boring. He not, but because if you know me, I'm like an adrenaline junkie. Like, I'm not, I'm not this
Jim,
Buddhist. You know
he
what I'm
probably was
saying?
just
Like,
fighting yesterday.
yeah, facts. Like, I'm not this boring. Like, I'm not a boring person. If somebody gets this boring idea in my head that I'm just like, I don't do anything, and I'm just like, nah. I just but I just stopped and we talked about this like we probably lost the episode because we lost a lot of episodes, but like the art of like I could just be in my thoughts. Like I'm not afraid of my thoughts and I'm not afraid to go relive the past. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a lot of people too. People don't want to look back on like regrets essentially, you know?
I think that's culture though, bro. I keep saying this, and I think that might be cultural. It's not universal, bro. In other cultures, that is normal
Yeah,
to reflect on the past. Like, I think it's because of, especially in Black America, we don't have a past to really look at. So we get stuck in
facts.
that living in the present. And then what does everybody say? Oh, why you always worried about what happened back? So you live
And
in the present,
then
live in the
people
present.
always tell us that too. People always tell us why y'all you know what I'm saying? That could be a trigger too. And I'm glad you said that because as a because my experience and your experiences are a little different in terms of like we're both black, but like like I'm African. You know what I'm saying? My
Yeah.
mother's
So that's a
African from
whole,
motherland
yeah.
for my roots. So when you say like or people always tell us not to look in the past. For me, I could understand it, but I haven't lived the experience like you have. You get
Exactly.
what I'm
You
saying?
lived it. You actually had ties to the roots. You
Yeah.
feel that love from young. Like I had to
Yeah, I could.
find that love, and I think that's where a lot of people. It's harder to go and find it, especially
Yeah.
if it ain't nobody there. But that's why we here. But if it ain't
Yeah.
nobody in your immediate life over you,
Yeah.
in your close family circle, whatever,
Yeah. No, that's facts. And then I think we got to have more conversations. Like, have you ever been in a friend group where you're like, is this person a real person? Like, are these people real people? Like,
he
no,
said,
like,
"Am
are
I with wait? What am I with
like,
Bob?"
like, like, like you be like, we do the same shit every day. Like, we party, we doing this, but like, I don't know this person really.
Yeah, like
Like, does
what
he
do
have
they
the
do
same?
after this?
Does this person have the same feelings as me? Does he have ambitions? Does he think about his like? I've never got like I don't know him for real.
Have you ever been in one of them friend groups for a long period of time? Because I have. Before I go, I want to hear what you think. Have you ever been in one of them friend groups for a long time?
Yeah, like I've been in like not even I wouldn't even call them my friends at that point because it's like looking back at it because it's like I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? Like we just do the we just doing the same things, but like we
You did,
don't
yeah.
like does this person like how does this person see the world? You get what I'm saying? How does this person feel about things? All I'm seeing is this person drinking or this person partying or this person talking about the girls he wants to sleep with or you know what I'm saying? And I'm just seeing the junkie side of this person and it's like I don't really does he feel like me? And I can't even say that to him because it's like he's probably gonna think I'm weird at that point. Does am I the odd one out? Like am I tripping?
See, I've been on both ends of that same spectrum, where I was probably the guy where everybody was looking like, "Yo, is he okay? Like, what's
Yeah.
going on with him?" And then like I've been the guy that's I'm in the friend group, I'm getting drunk, and I'm looking over like, "Is he okay?" We out here
Yeah.
doing the same thing, but he's doing it a little bit different.
Do I know
And I
this
think
person?
that too.
Who is this
And
guy,
me, I'm
man?
the type of person that's gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you a real question. We could be in the club, and I'm gonna ask you a real question, just like a small one, just to see like whose brain is working around me. You know, like
Okay,
whose
like what would
brain
you
is
ask?
working.
What would you ask? Got some shit.
Like I'll do some simple, like I'll make something up. Yeah, you see them dudes over there that just walk by? Did they look? Yo, they ain't they wooty wooty whoop? Like just to like get somebody thinking and go like,
Yeah.
wait, what dudes? And if he just don't tell me he recognized anybody, he don't know what I'm talking about, and he's on planet La La Land, I'm like, oh, he's not paying attention to the real world. You know when you,
Yeah.
I think, I know you. I don't even have to act. I know you're one of the people that you live in the real world. You're
Yeah.
like grounded here. It's hard for you to just go outside and go, huh, woo, you know. But there are people who
There's
real life
people
do
living
that.
in parallel universes, in like outer space. Like they're literally we on the same planet, but we on the same Earth, a different planet, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they on some different. They not correlating, bro. And I don't even know how to finish that, bro. We gonna end that
Nah,
episode.
for
We gonna
real
end this
though.
episode right here. We gonna continue with more. We got a lot more to talk about. We gotta have more conversations like this. All right, that's it. Between the word and us, we out.
I've been grinding, got all the eyes on me. Fuck being humble, I take the pride only. Damn right, I take it there, cause they ain't playing fair. I've been grinding, got all the eyes on me. Fuck being humble, I take the pride only. Damn right, I take it there, cause they ain't playing fair.